Hey guys, today we're going to be playing level AD Memento, or also known as level, oh yeah, Room Isley. I don't know how the hell you spell that, but, or is it Isley? I think it might be Isley, actually. I don't know. We can actually put this on. Wait on. Wait. What the fuck is a, huh? Phase 2 on the, when does this, I don't know. I think they just forgot to update this level or whatever they're talking about because I'm not sure what they're talking about. Let's wait 30 seconds for this and then we'll explain the level. Although, wait, actually, I might get copyrighted just because of this music. So, play like 5 more seconds of this. We're not playing all of it though because I don't want to get copyrighted and lose chances of getting more views. So, yeah, we're not getting copyrighted today. Alright, we're not getting copyrighted. But we will be explaining this level, yay. Talo, simulated nephew of renowned Dedal? What the hell was this talking about? Dedal? What the fuck is that? Somehow the body of dull brows and grinding gears has been cast away from mortal coil by his uncle, gripped by a bout of jealousy? What? What? His human body was long, a shriveled shriveled husk, battered and beaten by the fall, which had ended his. The only thing that remained human within him was the immaterial spirit which was the soul. How the hell are you supposed to see a soul, bro? What the hell is this thing yapping about? Once he was among the many. Now he was the only one left, guarding this final monument to a civilization that once spanned as breadth the what is that word of the great what? Abion. What the fuck is the what? What? Alright, this is apparently gonna be a weird level. It might hurt my brain for a while. Because what? But he was Telos no more, he remembered. He was Kronos, the eternal caretaker of the century turn memorial, forever stalwart and unchanging amidst the ravages of time. Pistons were weird, and his metallic figure belched out of the clouds of an inky black smoke as it rose to its feet, a single glowing eye illuminating the darkened interior of the clock. So, you don't know, there's like a giant red clock in like the middle of like the starting of this level. Or that's the last time I read. Uh, that's what I remember from Ruby's video, but it depends. So apparently this is supposed to mean time is eternal, long-lasting, immortal. Whatever whatever the hell this translated to. Approximate translation of engraved text recovered from AD Memento. If you're wondering why it's called AD Memento, it's not sure. Not sure what AD Memento even means. So the travel class difficulty for this level, finally getting to the actual level. But I'm not sure what the hell that was because I don't remember that even reading. I don't remember any of that from Rogue's video, but that was 3 or 4 years ago. So difficulty class Derelicts. Presence by ancient relics. Varying degrees of security and adverse entity counts. So this is a weird level apparently, which we're going to be explaining. So yeah. Attention, as AD Memento and all related anomalies have either been neutralized or become non-factors to jurisdiction of the Meg, also all subsequent information has been kept only for archival purposes. Read at your own description. Alright, so description. AD Memento is specified as an extra-dimensional space of varying dimensions. Overall characteristics. I can't speak. Characteristics. Okay, I can't do that. I can't read that right now. And deviating levels of hostility to human life. A series of 3 spatial regions of stability exist within the level, providing a place for wanderers to organize and recuperate. I think that means like, is that supposed to be like, get back up or something? I don't know. Without having to experience the varied and oftentimes dangerous defense of the primary sections of the level, these areas are not too different from the front rooms, with areas approximately 100 to 150 square kilometers. But outside of these stealth regions, barely any permanent characteristics exist. Oh, apparently spelled it right. Alright, characteristics. I can't spell it again. God. Nonetheless, some consistent features can be described, most notably of which is a dilapidated and broken down structure resembling a front runner's clock tower, simply designated as the clock. This object is known to appear within all known settings. Templates for the structures of this level, which result in its differing and at times volatile nature. An artist's description of the clock, which pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool, right? That is going to be beautiful, by the way. Just so you all know. Nonetheless, some consistent, okay. On the front face of this building lies a time-measuring unknown make and operation, save the presence of prices precisely 30 notches. The system of time that this mechanism is purported to be based on its entirely unknown. The system of time that this mechanism is perpetrated to be based on its entirely unknown. The observation of several symbols seems to indicate that the movement of the singular clock arms on one notch of the clock surface is equivalent to approximately 2.394 hours baseline. This figure is rather misleading, however, as sometimes different sightings can influence the passage of time in a decorative fashion, so, I don't know. Interestingly, it is thought that the edifice, what? What are these words? May also play a role in manipulating, shifting, and manifesting settings due in part of a series of observations. Settings seemingly take the form of historical and or mythological locations, which are significant in the context of ancient Greece and the surrounding regions. So that's why Greece was mentioned, like for that deep ocean, wherever the hell it was. And all surrounding regions, the number of truly mythological, I can't speak. God, I need to get up. My voice is not helping me because, ow. I keep feeling water too much in there. Like, I cannot speak because of that. Well, this does not help. Due to new evidence being found to support the actual existence of such areas within the front rooms, proves the statements of new wanderers, all such settings possess a few minor changes to overall configuration of the base location, often in a way that accentuates anomalous traits attributed to the mythological mythological. Actually, I spelled it right that time. Nice. Aspects of the site, sometimes with potential lethal consequences. Furthermore, several templates have been discovered which correspond to no plates in front rooms, past or present. These have been aptly named normal settings, as their uniqueness has attracted the attention of the Meg. Etched upon many surfaces in the level are symbols whose writing symbols most remote a heavily derived form of Cretan I'm not even attempting to pronounce that. Hieroglyphs might be how you spell it, but I don't know. Wait, are those the same? Is that the type of writing that Egyptians use? Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Ancient script theorized to have been utilized by the ancient Minoan. I can't spell that. What? Or maybe I was spelling it right, but I don't know. Civilization, which emerged over 4,000 to 5,000 years ago on the island of Crete, located in the front rooms, says script is highly divergent from other known writing systems and attempts to at analyzing and deciphering instances of text written in this orphan scheme have currently yielded minimal results, with only a few fully translated symbols. Bounds of the Backrooms are mysterious and poorly understood, and various legends and folktales spread by the indigenous dwellers, making up the bulk of the Meg info complex. The Meg is currently undertaking a major effort to catalog and explore more of these settings and to uncover further knowledge that may or may not provide insight into the origins and the concurrent nature of this level. Only time will tell if this project will bear fruit. Entities! So yeah, just try and ask entities in the level. What the hell is that classification? Highly enigmatic and shape-shifting entities whose shadowy figures change with each setting. Shades are the most common entities inhibiting AD Memento. Other than that, and the color, always that all-consuming inky black. The specific carrot of these entities are essentially impossible to generalize, as temperament, appearance, and capabilities will differ to an extreme extent from manifestation to manifestation. Exact numbers can vary from temperate, entirely docile and non-reactive, to stimuli, to highly aggressive and attacking orders on sight. So, that's not good. Appearance, humanoid corporeal bodies to nearly intangible and monstrous in their shape. So, like, those. Appearance, capabilities, the weakest slates are somewhat comparable to a human adolescent, but the strongest assets can destroy a small-sized building in a single strike. So, if one of those hits you, you're basically cooked, and you're never getting back up from that, because, you're being sent to heaven for that. Intelligence. From incapable of anything more than an illicit plot to intelligence quotient almost equal to that of a baseline human. Population, several thousand setting to perhaps a dozen or so in settings such as eternal deserts, which okay. Of shades capable of rudimentary speech, several have spoken in insofar unknown tongue, which bears some similarities with the modern ancient Greek. The subjects have all appeared to be in no small amount of mental agony. Automation, categorization, class Eta D11. Wait, is that supposed to be 6? I think it is. Destination Tempest. Domain unknown. Formerly level 864. was originally believed to be non-sentient, a non-sentient machine that designed by the Minions. I can't spell that. To maintain the clock in the rest of AD Memento. However, new information has prompted the bank to overhaul this entity's entry and to classify it as a partial ET Class 7. That's Class 7. That means 7. ET 7. Entity. The entity possesses an outer appearance of vaguely humanoid machine covered in bronze gears, pistons, and various more obscure objects engraved upon the frame are several symbols that, when translated, have been equated to English and Greek words for time. So, okay. Entity, once believed to be unintelligent and capable of speech, has demonstrated multiple times an intellect exceeding that of the brightest Homo sapiens. Why did I do sapiens again? The human species. This frame mind is encased in the body of enormously enhanced bronze with falls from over a kilometer, being unable to even scratch this alloy. Approximate appearance of the entity, so this thing is ginormous! Like, maybe as big as these, but, or taller, but I don't know. Similarly, that entity was once thought to be an ornery and not possessing of any significant degree of potency. This belief has only been entirely overhauled several times throughout the incident. 86,400 -OF. The entity showed defeats that put even the strongest shades to shame. So, that's a few. One was able to destroy a small building, with a single strike. Yeah, apparently this guy, stronger than that. So let's see if I can do tyrannical physical strength sufficient to vaporize several dozen mountains with a wave of a hand. If you don't know how strong that is, that's a lot of power. Not sure how much, but that's a lot. That's way more than a small building. Like, that's way bigger than small. That's way stronger than a small building. Let me just tell you that. Velocity calculated to quite literally exceed the speed of light by many orders of magnitude. Okay, if you don't know what saying that is, basically this thing can escape that gravitation. Like the you can escape a black holes quite pretty easily. So yeah, this guy's very fast. Large scale manipulation of space and time, especially the latter, discharges of energy capable of erasing conceptual objects. It's okay. Wait, large scale manipulation of space and time? Yeah, you guys are pretty cooked if you evaluate this thing over the hell. Okay. Discharges of energy capable of erasing conceptual objects. What the hell is a conceptual object? So basically, this thing cannot be fatigued to have low stamina. This basically just means that basically you can fight for vast lengths of time. But what the hell would this thing even fight? If it's a human being, that's not even a fight. That's just basically a nuclear black hole versus an ant at that point. And likely, if they fight the shadows, then that's basically a nuclear bomb against like a human. If I'm being honest. And likely a vast arsenal of other abilities which were not shown during the incident. Recent evidence has pointed to ties between this entity and corpse. And body and sleeping body discovered within the Acropolis setting. Okay. Interestingly, the entity has referred to itself once as a Talos, which is both the name for Greek mythological. I cannot spell that again. I don't think I spell that correctly again. Automation and the name of the nephew of Daedalus, the inventor who was pushed off a plummeting to his oof. Further information is needed, which it's weird, but I don't know. Settings. Oh yeah, here's Maroon Isley. Yeah, there we go. We got the giant clock tower. Picture of the Maroon Isley setting. So basically, it looks like a fantasy place. If I'm being honest, looks like that to me. This is gonna be 100% the thumbnail of the video, because every full revolution, the full 3 notches that the clock performs, the current setting of the level will be switched to a different one, pretty at random. The probability of appearance of each respective setting does not appear to differ from one to the other. From one to the other. Listed below are 5 of the most notable and normal settings, as stated above, possess intense anomalous traits and are more unstable than other settings that are especially relevant concerning the level's nebulous origins and fundamental nature. So Maroon Isley is the setting that assumes the appearance of the Greek island of Sen. How do you pronounce it? Albeit with multiple variant features. Situated amidst a massive caldera, the waters of the sea, extending beyond the visible horizon around the landmass, are seemingly inundated with highly concentrated amounts of human. Ignore that. That's just human ketchup. Yeah, that's what it says. This thing is just the autocorrect is struck again. All right, that's totally ketchup, guys. These waters are extremely high in salt content, therefore it's unstable for human consumption. This will become an issue for wanderers, besides the presence of multiple replicated structures of make. Several temples of style approximating that of potential the modern Greek architecture are placed throughout the island, all coated in a shade of crimson. Even if the clock is altered in the same way, only the vegetation existing on the island escapes this erupting influence. These symbols cannot be accessed due to the material making up the walls being virtually indestructible, even against heavy explosives. Shades in the Maroon Isley can be found wandering around near these buildings, so not recommended to say those, because you don't want to be hit by the power of small building level at strike. Measures of time in this setting is approximately 1/5 of that of the baseline, making the perceived time pass before the setting, which switch about 5 days. The mental effects may be an illusion, but the psychological toll on the wanderers is real and potentially. In order to survive, a wanderer must eke out of a living by gathering various fruits, berries, and other pitcher plants, taking herbal water, which can be found growing in thick clusters along the shore of the island. So, sometimes wanderers report this oddity screams of incredibly ferocity. Okay, I'll stop doing that. I'll just do a different time. Never, I can't spell something. Emanated from an unknown source. Emanating, actually. Okay, I spelled it right. From an unknown source. These sounds can cause severe headaches and high levels of fatigue and nausea during prolonged exposure. During especially intense bouts of these symptoms, the afflicted have reported hallucinations of raining rain. Just rain, guys. Normal rain. Potentially tying into this around the time of the last known activity of the Neon civilization, the volcano beneath the island erupted, sending toxic clouds of dust and gas into the atmosphere and sending enormous tsunami toward the islands of the Aegean, whoever the hell that means. The of this is unknown. So, Archropolis. So, Archropolis is setting is a proportionated, or was that proportionated? I don't know. To be analogous to the ancient Archropolis of Athens, likely resembling its appearance during the time of most Mycenaeans. Space is approximately 1.2 kilometers in diameter and exceeds an unknown distance above and below ground level. Wanderers seeing these boundaries will find themselves transported right back to the center of the setting, which is also where they originally appear. As the setting has been recently discovered and cataloged, not all features have been sufficiently explored and thoroughly searched. Currently, all that is known is that there are two main marble monuments, along with several smaller shrines and pathways. For some reason, the structures are all damaged in near collapsed state. Shades similar to those in Moon Island easily cluster around these man-made objects, so just stay away from those as well. And you should be good. Time flows normally here, but all color is absorbed by the human eye. It's solely in monochrome or black and white. Mutilated. I'm not saying that. I don't like it. Has been found next to one of the structures. The individual, the Meg, has tentatively asserted that, from severe head trauma from a steep fall from the top of the adjacent marble monument. At the time of discovery, the body was wearing a wool shirt with several inseparable characters ambulance on it. So is that the guy who fell off that thing, or what? The confidence level has yet to be located. It is thought that it exists inside one of those two main marble structures. However, the shirt soon vanished, and no trace of it is. What? The shirt soon vanished, and no trace of it has ever been found up to this day. Interestingly, the cadaver shows signs of laceration and blunt trauma to the chest, raising questions as to the circumstances concerning of this individual. The internal desert is, as the same as chest, it's basically just an internal desert, nothing else. So, the internal desert setting is theorized to be an altered copy of the landscape of Sahara Desert. The area similarly extends near infinity, with no water ever reaching the mountains of the setting. And even if you tried, eventually you just cover to the next setting. So there are a few distinguishable features in this setting. Other than that presence of unusual bronze gears, something scattered about the sandy dunes. The passage of time is calculated by a factor of 1/8, the lowest degree that has ever been recorded in level. So, sky in the desert is perpetually, I cannot spell that, dark and stormy, with no new day-night cycle. The main threats to wanderers are the lack of essential resources, including water and food. The period, I can't spell that, thunderstorms are in immense clouds of dust, also contribute to the high roof toll. Really want to censor those words here in this video. Some of them I can't say on YouTube because of restrictions. Some regions of the setting contain types of quicksand, quickly trapping and stuff any wanderers unlucky enough to step in. A very sparse population of shades roam this desert, with the average frequency of encounters being perhaps once every 24 or so hours. The cockroach will periodically manifest from time to time, always being ever present to the horizon. Confusingly, various fossils of marine life forms are rarely uncovered during periods of intense wind, lending credence to the hypothesis that this within site was once an inland sea. So now we're on to the Tartarus. So we'll be explaining mountains first. So Twilight Mountains setting, unlike the majority of settings, is an amalgamation of several front-range locations, including the Alps, the Mount Olympus in Greece. How the fuck do we even know that Mount Olympus even looks like from Greece? Mythology. I can't spell that either. Mountains, the other mountains and mountain ranges situated in the continent of Europe. So, the main section of the Twilight Mountains consists of a series of alarmingly steep and craggy peaks surrounded by burl and pine forests. But the highest recorded heights reaching upwards of 30,000 feet, which is pretty tall. Exceeding that of even the tallest mountain in the front rooms, Mount Everest, which, oh wait, actually that's not even pretty tall. That's really tall. So these are like just the flow of time in the setting does not differ from baseline, but the whole place is covered by unceasing darkness with a very low level ambient light. As shades do prowl the forested areas, this can be potentially goofy. The clock in this level is the only known source of significance degree of illumination. Resting atop the highest peak in the setting, overlooking the entire level, at times an indistinct golden clouds may manifest at the very top of this peak as well. Many have suggested this may be the setting's expression of the mythological Mount Olympus, home of the Greek pantheon of gods, which is weird, but oh well. Tartarus setting resembles a cave located deep within the earth. Geological signs point of the existence of such a cave beneath the island Crete. Island Crete? I don't see anything that says Island Crete. Or I was just maybe doing one text. The setting is quite large, with some of the cavities branching out over 10 kilometers from the starting point. The average temperature within the Tartarus setting is sweltering, heat stroke inducing 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which that's pretty hot. A certain section being more higher up to 1,000 degrees Celsius, which that's instantly ending your chances of saving the Backrooms if you go in there. So I would not suggest that. Battle falls in some of the central regions of the cave, posing a significant fire and health hazard to wanderers. This is a picture of what it looks like. Time flows at around 3 times that of baseline here, making your stay at maximum 8 or so hours. Shades are almost entirely absent in the setting, with wanderers reporting instances of a total of 13 times. Clock in this level overlooks the entirety of the cave, seemingly attached to its high ceiling. So, how the hell would its clock be still standing if it was attached to a damn ceiling? It's a backroom thing. That happens a lot. I mean, not like the exact same thing, but everything in the backroom is basically weird. A strange visual phenomenon has been known to appear in the specific regional regions of the Tartarus setting. This takes form of three-headed dog, which is Cerberus. I know that for sure. Overseeing the entire cave from the lofty position of the clock. This is quite likely a representation of Cerberus. Yeah, because three-headed dogs. You know, a giant three-headed dog is 100% Cerberus. So Cerberus apparently is in the Backrooms as well. The guardian of the underworld in Greek mythology. So yeah, it seems as if these are the ruins of a world after apocalypse. Everything screams devastation. Patterns are vague but discernible. The Dr. Oldman Elder Star, head researcher at Expeditionary Site 86,004. Have I seen that number before? Hold up. Have I seen that number before? Wait. Have I seen the number 86,400 before in this page? Or am I just tripping? Okay, no, I have not seen that number before. I think I was tripping. Outposts. We do not do we don't do outposts here. These words are generally hostile to outsiders and in context ill-advised, so just don't avoid these guys. But the relic! Originally from an unknown source, this object, a rusted bronze gear was discovered to be in the possession of a group of grotto dwellers, of course, who worshipped this object as a sort of idol. After several instances of wanderers stumbling upon it and making physical contact with the object, it was discerned that the object is a sole known gateway to the level's sub-level at Memento .1. So following the incident, 6. I have seen that number before. I remember that. I think I clearly remember that. I just think I missed the number. The relic is now in the possession of the Meg. It's serious that this object was really part of the rock but broke off at some point. So, okay, I guess we'll also do, the sub-level, because, yeah, I guess that makes perfect sense. Interest in exit. So, interest, looking from any point in the Backrooms while either thinking about or holding an object related to time, Indian civilization has approximately 1 in 150 chance of ending up inside this level, which not sure the chance of what percentage is, but at least it's not like probably not like very rare. Running into the unusual wall consisting of broken marble on another metaphoric rock, but very uncommonly, less than 0.05% of wanderers report ever finding this phenomenon. Counter within level 0 will result in the wanderer and question being transported into the level, which is weird, but it is Backrooms, so. Exits. Reaching and entering an instance of a clock situated at Memento will transport one of wanderer to one of the main 9 levels. Make a single contact with the relic, currently in the possession of the group of grotto dwellers, will result in one getting shifted to AD Memento .1, which AD Memento .1 times Perdition class is a class 4 difficulty. It's unsafe, unstable, and has an high entity count. So, why is my mouse moving like that? I don't have my hand on the, I don't want to put my back on. It stopped? Doing that, alright. The sub-level connected to AD Memento .1 is dangerous and not included in space that is thought to be where the settings are facially stored when not in use. The sub-level, when entered through this contact with the relic, places an individual in a space that is almost perfect counterfeit of the former home in the front rooms. The only difference between that being the place of people, shades occupy the region. So yeah, shades are back, and that's not good because they basically goof you with like a single strike, and like destroy but multiple layers of rock behind under you. Of solely black and white. Sources are quite common in this place, with food, water, and clothing available in almost every building. Mice or clothing in here. But what's the point of having more clothing again? I guess. If it's like. I don't know. Oh, there's my amethyst rock I lost. Yeah, it's actual amethyst. Maybe there's something other stuff down there I've been missing for like lots of time, but I don't know. I'll see it later. The point. But anyways, let's explain the sub-level now. The shades in level almost access based like human beings, capable of speech, complex thought, However, after approximately 30 days, and inside the sub-level, the attitude and resonance of the resonant shades will be changed dramatically. Over the course of a week, the shades will gradually become less friendly and may escalate to the point that they will attempt to wanderers on site. After patches of about 10 or 50 days, wanderers is physical life will be located back to AD Memento. So that's one way to exit, but you have to survive lots of these angry guys. But shades should not be that. How fast are the shades again? No. How fast are they? How fast are shades? Alright, I don't know how fast they are. I think they're just pretty slow. So, I mean, I guess you should be good. If you just run away fast enough. Do you know wanderers ever encountering another truly human individual than the sub-level? It is thought that each wanderer is sent to a different constructed space without any chance of contact with others. In incident 86,400 OF, of the currently existing shades that were in the sub-level merged to become enormous fuse shades, fuse shade, which proceeded to enter the main level, wreaking havoc on wanderers and other shades alike. Holy. That should boost it up to, like, multi-island level, feats, in my opinion, since of how big it is. But that's still nothing compared to that robot. That robot's still one-shotting this thing. It doesn't even need to punch it. It just needs a speed boost by just, like, flying into high speeds. Because it's literally faster than the speed of light. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to dodge that? Just like one of these shades. And it's like it must be slower anyways. So in the end, the automation entity dispatched its unique shade instance. Following the incident, AD Memento.1 has similarly collapsed and physical contact with the relic no longer sends wanderers to sub-level. As a result, the sub-level has been deemed destroyed ad inum. So, yeah, okay. As I said, the automation entity, which is this one, and this one, I think. But yeah, so of course, like that thing, on one shot at the thing. I'm not gonna read the sub level. But yeah, that's basically it for this level and the sub level. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, the tower images are gonna be images level. When a video comes out, and this is a 4 minute long video on one level. All right, these fandom levels are just longer, like, which I get because you want to get like pretty cool levels, you know. But yeah. Anyways, bye.